Christmas Eve, 2007 in San Diego. And the AFC West champion Chargers playing to hold the 3 spot in the AFC, taking on the 6-8 Broncos on Monday Night Football. Good evening, everyone. Mike Tirico, Merry Christmas. There's no place like home for the holidays, so we thank you for the great honor of welcoming us on this special night. San Diego lost 2 games all of last year, 3 games in September, so you didn't figure then that unwrapped under the tree on Christmas Eve would be an AFC playoff berth and a division championship. Now, if the Chargers win here tonight and Sunday in Oakland, they'll be the 3 seed in the AFC playoffs. That's what they're playing for. For you tonight, a chance to watch LaDainian Tomlinson. Without question, the best running back of this time, he continues to put an indelible imprint on the NFL record book. Joined by Tony Kornheiser and Ron Jaworski, and with the Chargers, quite simply, we know they're in the playoffs. How dangerous can they be when they get there?
Mike, in the playoffs, it's all about dimensions. How many dimensions of your football team are playing well? As I look at the San Diego Chargers over the last 4 weeks, defense has been outstanding, giving up less than 14 points per game, very aggressive with their blitz pressure. But where the rubber meets the road for the San Diego Chargers is on offense, and the great LaDainian Tomlinson. He is an outstanding dimension. And then you add in the tight end, Antonio Gates. He dominates and controls the middle of the field. And then on the outside, Chris Chambers, outstanding as well. Another added dimension. But the dimension that must play well is quarterback Phillip Rivers. He has been uneven this season. 3 games with a quarterback rating above 100. 3 games with a quarterback rating below 50. The quarterback must play well in the playoffs. The key for the San Diego Chargers is the quarterback position. Phillip Rivers, the pressure's on him.
Yeah, pressure's on the entire franchise. They haven't won a playoff game in 13 years, and their head coach isn't exactly a playoff success story either.
Not so far. Everyone loves a good underdog story on Christmas Eve, right? Well, okay, boys and girls, let me present Norv Turner. After last season, when the 14-2 Chargers fired Marty Schottenheimer, everyone went, what? Then when they hired Norv Turner, everyone gasped. What? Are you kidding me? Because for all of Norv's excellent work as an offensive coordinator, and remember, Norv developed Troy Aikman in Dallas, then masterminded Ricky Williams' great seasons in Miami. For all of that laudable work, Norv was pretty much a beanbag as a head coach. Just 1 playoff appearance in 9 seasons and a 58-82 record in Washington and Oakland. In 2000, the Redskins owner didn't even wait for the end of the season to fire Norv. This season started out lousy too. Norv's Chargers were 1-3 with 14-2 talent. The players were restless, and many people were screaming for Norv's scalp, and one of those people may even have been his best player, LaDainian Tomlinson. But since then, the Chargers have won 8 of 10 games, and now 4 in a row, and the playoffs are assured. Now, everybody says that nice guys finish last, but on Christmas Eve, Norv Turner, a nice guy, happily finds himself first in his division.
And happily finds great talent on this team that are certainly aware of what is at stake tonight, like Sean Merriman getting the Chargers fired up for the Broncos.
I got a question. How y'all feel? How y'all? How the motivated. Let's go.
Montana.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'm Miley Cyrus, the other Montana, Hannah Montana, no relation to Joe. Tomorrow, we open presents, and like every other kid out there, I can't wait. As we counted down the days, there are moments to remember. Like the joy of holding on to that perfect season.
Brady, back to pass.
Brady, the pump, will throw. It is caught for a touchdown!
We win again!
The hope brought to a city needing to believe.
Deflected in the air and caught for the touchdown!
Yes! Being treated to that old magic one more time.
He was incredible Monday night.
Favre was 21 of 27 for 331 yards, with a passer rating of 142.4, either a TD pass on the first play of overtime, to win the game. Right, Dad?
And then, with one night left, the anticipation of what's to come.
There you go.
So tomorrow morning, go crazy. Tear the paper off the packages. I totally hope you get everything you really want. But before we kick it off, remember, the best gifts are the ones that can't be wrapped.
It's time.
Okay, happy holidays. And don't forget the cookies for Santa. Showtime!
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Her real name's Miley Cyrus. She was the hottest concert ticket of the year. If you have a daughter, you know who Hannah Montana is. And to all the sons and daughters out there watching, Merry Christmas from all of us here in San Diego. Denver won the toss and will receive. And since Tampa Bay returned to kickoff last week, the Broncos have the longest current streak in the NFL without one. 121 games back to the year 2000. It is Christmas Eve. We've never had a Christmas Eve evening game in the history of the NFL. But they are rocking the cue tonight. Great turnout in San Diego. Glad you're with us as Nate Keating kicks off. And for the last time on a Monday night this year, off we go from San Diego. Kick is short. Wide receiver Glenn Martinez has it. Has room, and Martinez, who had a punt return for touchdown on our Monday night a month ago in Denver, is tackled by the kicker, Keating. But great field position for the Broncos at their own 47-yard line. So here comes Jay Cutler out of Vanderbilt, the second-year man who, gotta say it here, is from Santa Claus, Indiana. And we'll talk more about that town a little bit later on. But Cutler, in his first full year as a starter, hasn't missed a start and has done pretty well overall.
Yeah, very important that the Denver Broncos get off to a fast start. They got blown out earlier this year in Denver. They must put that behind them.
Rookie Selvin Young, the running back, drive start from their own 47. Young left. Just a couple of yards on the play. Igor Olshansky out of Oregon makes the tackle.
We're going to talk more about Santa Claus, Indiana later.
Yes.
Do you have something that I'm not aware of? Do you have the entire history of any of the JCs coming tonight?
Cutler told us last night what Santa Claus, Indiana is like on Christmas Eve. So that.
Okay.
We may even show you Santa Claus, Indiana later on.
How great would that be? I hope it's decked out in red and white. I hope so.
No Brandon Stokely for the Broncos tonight. Their wide receiver out with his knee injury. Selvin Young, the former Texas Longhorn, just shy of the 41-yard line. First down and a tackle made by Marlon McCree. He's a free agent. He's a rookie. Went undrafted in large part because of a knee injury a couple of years into his Texas career. He was overshadowed by a bunch of running backs at Texas, but his impact in the NFL has been very impressive when you look at his 5.5 yards per carry. Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch, only rookie running backs better than Young thus far this year. In Charger territory from the 41, it is Cutler down the seam. It's the tight end Scheffler for a first down, just shy of the 20. Clinton Hart made the tackle, and why not Scheffler at this time to introduce us to the rest of the Broncos offense.
On the left side, we have second-year man, the pride of Anchorage, Alaska, Chris Cooper. And next to him, the old man of the group, Matt Lepsis. On Christmas Eve from Santa Claus, Indiana, our leader, quarterback Jay Cutler. And behind him, the two-headed monster, Travis Henry, and the rookie, Selvin, I Ain't Too Young. And finally, at wide receiver, we have Brandon, You Can't Tackle Me, Marshall.
An illegal use of hands penalty in the secondary declined. Great opening march after the good kick return for the Broncos. From the 21, here is Young, gets about 3 to the 18-yard line. Jamal Williams, such a huge part of the middle of that defensive line for San Diego, is out tonight. The Pro Bowler missing with his ankle injury, so Olshansky makes another tackle.
Mike, so important that the Broncos establish the run, because Jay Cutler is an outstanding play-action quarterback. If he can hold those linebackers for a split second, hold those safeties inside for a split second, the big plays will open up down the field as Cutler moves outside the pocket.
Second down throw is a bit behind Marshall, who has 21 catches the last 2 weeks. The coverage from Stephen Cooper before the defense tries to come up with a 3rd and 7 stop. Here's linebacker Sean Phillips to tell you who they are.
Happy holidays to everyone from the San Diego Chargers here on Monday Night Football. We're bringing to you an old-fashioned football game. We got a conference rival coming into our house trying to take a victory from us. We're not trying to have that, though. We're going to hit them in the mouth every single play and impose our will on them and show everyone why we're the AFC West champions.
Cromartie, a Pro Bowler. Jammer's been very good this year without the stats to show for it. 3 receivers, Walker, Martinez, and Marshall. Cutler steps up, lost the football. And the Chargers have recovered with Merriman at the bottom of the pile. Igor Olshansky forced the hit on Jay Cutler, who is often prone to fumbling it. Chargers will take over.
From the people who brought you College Game Day and the worldwide leader in sports comes the biggest thing to hit college football in years, College Football Live. A new way to get your fix every weekday with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and packed full of previews and predictions. Get ahead of the game every weekday with College Football Live on NASN.
Hockey Fights Cancer has raised more than $9 million for cancer care, research, and awareness.
Don't give up.
Join our hockey family in the fight against cancer. Log on to NHL.com and join the fight.
Don't give up.
The hard-hitting action of American football continues on NASN, the home of the NFL. It's the final week of the regular season, and this will be the final game before the playoffs begin next week. This Sunday night, NASN will bring you live coverage of all the action. It's Smash Mouth football the way it ought to be. Live NFL action this Sunday night on NASN.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Bud Light. Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming. The 7-passenger Mazda CX-9, winner of the 2008 Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. DLP, it's amazing. It's the mirrors. And new NFL.com. Sign up for the NFL.com Playoff Challenge, only at NFL.com/fantasy.
Back here, Christmas Eve in San Diego, the Chargers take advantage of the first turnover. Start from their own 15 with LaDainian Tomlinson. Tackled by John Lynch and DJ Williams. The game was 3, Tony.
Here's what happened. Denver loses the ball. Jay Cutler now 17 fumbles in 20 games. He's a great passer, but he gives up the ball too much. This is the story of their season. They move the ball, move the ball, move the ball, and they never score. 6th in total offense, 17th in scoring. That's why they're 6 and 8, because they don't put the ball in.
And that fumble number is quite high. 17 fumbles in 20 games. Anything just under 1 is about as high as you'll find from the quarterback.
Venus DeMilo here.
2nd and 7. And the Phillip Rivers pass complete to Vincent Jackson, who picks up the first down at the 27. Nate Webster and Champ Bailey the tackle. The gain was 8 for Rivers in his 2nd year as the 3rd year as the Chargers starting quarterback. 4th year in the league out of NC State. Of course, when he came here, Drew Brees was already here, had those 2 years as a starter. Then Brees moves as a free agent to New Orleans. And Rivers, who was a 4-year starter at North Carolina State, takes over the 14-2 season last year, and then this season the early struggles. But he has stabilized a bit as he's gotten used to Norv Turner's offense, and the offensive line has played better in the last 3 quarters of the season. And here is Tomlinson, who will take the NFL rushing lead with that carry as he goes out of bounds across the 35 and to the 36-yard line. A pickup of 8 for Tomlinson, who was the MVP of the league last year and led the league in rushing, and he's going to have a chance with those 2 slow games Adrian Peterson has had and the injury to Willie Parker of Pittsburgh to win another rushing title.
Yeah, and as you watch LaDainian Tomlinson tonight, you will see him run predominantly to the left side, about a 2-to-1 ratio running left as opposed to the right, behind Marcus McNeil, Chris Steelman, of course, the center, Nick Hardwick, and Brandon Manumaluyuna, that blocking tight end.
Tomlinson walled off to the left, the cut back to the right. Off the tackle of Abdullah and Webster across midfield, and a first down For LT, the gain was 16.
They showed a graphic before that LaDainian Tomlinson had 14 touchdowns that leads the NFL. He had 28 last year. He's leading the NFL with 14. He had 28, Jaws.
The amazing Tony you see right there is the great vision of LaDainian Tomlinson. The play designed to go to the left side, kind of a wishbone backfield. All of a sudden he sees one defensive lineman break down his gap discipline. Wham, he's right through that gap.
Chris Chambers traded from Miami for a second-round pick earlier this year. In motion, here's LT on the swing out. That was a forward pass, and it's an incomplete pass. Here's the center, Nick Hardwick, to introduce us to the Chargers starting lineup.
Thanks, Mike. With the offensive line, he'll be the one that looks like a blind dog in a meat market, Pro Bowl guard Chris Dillman. Joining him at wide receiver will be Chris, thank you, Wayne Huizinga, Chambers. At tight end, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain Antonio Gates. The toughest quarterback in the NFL, Palsy McRiverson. And hitting finger rolls in the back of the end zone all night will be running back LT.
Tony talked about the 28 rushing touchdowns he had last year, 3 more receiving to that NFL record 31 touchdown season. He has 16 this year, and he's met by John Lynch, the San Diego native, the veteran, who came up, got LT's headgear, and a flag comes down now at the end of the play, and another one to follow.
John Lynch has never played in a meaningless game in his life.
Play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 47 defense for throwing the helmet. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
And nothing to do with the helmet coming on or coming off on the tackle, it's the throw down. Listen, watch. Lynch, who went to Torrey Pines High School, is 15 minutes or so away from here. Used to be a San Diego Charger season ticket holder and now being booed by the Charger fans. Of course, there has been widespread conversation. Will this be the last couple of games John Lynch plays? And the conversation continues here between Broncos players and Chargers players. So even though this is meaningless for Denver out of the playoffs, there's been intensity brought to the game tonight.
Yeah, this is the NFC West. Remember a 41-3 thrashing that the Chargers put on the Broncos. They remember that.
So Mike Shanahan, Norv Turner, watch the ball come down after the flag to the 31. A reverse in the hands of Buster Davis, the rookie out of LSU. Third NFL run, pulled down by Jamie Winborn, who starts for the injured Ian Gold, who's a scratch tonight. Susie's on the Denver sideline.
Yeah, you might not know it from that last play, a little scrap with Lynch and LT, but Lynch describes him as phenomenal. He thought Barry Sanders would always be the best, and he would never waver. Well, he says LT does things that blow your mind. He can make the best athletes look silly. He has more power than Sanders. His speed is such a factor, as well as his impact on the passing game. It simply stated he's just the best. And Lynch has seen a lot in his 15 seasons.
And he's been one of the best as well, Sue. 2nd and 4. Manu Maliuna, the tight end in motion. Down to block for Tomlinson, who is met with a short gain, only about a half yard. And let's introduce you to the rest of the lineups. DJ Williams, the middle linebacker with the Denver D.
Starting off with the boys up front that create the pressure. We got Elvis Dumerville, a.k.a. Cool, and the hard-working John Engelberger. At linebacker, we got Jamie Winborn and Nate the Nutso Webster. And DBs in the back, we got the savvy vet, hard-hitting John Lynch, H, Cool Dre Bly, and the best name in football, Champ.
Going to Hawaii for the Pro Bowl for the 8th time. 3rd and 4. Rivers starts the rookie Davis in motion, a 3-man rush, 8 cover, Tomlinson, open field. Good tackle by Dre Bly. It'll be 4th down. And now, a little bit of concern on the San Diego side. Nate Kading, their field goal kicker, on that opening kickoff, slightly injured his left calf, his plant leg. As a matter of fact, they were looking at Kading on the sideline most of the time that Denver had the ball and San Diego had the ball early on. So we'll watch him and watch that left leg as he tries this 40-yard field goal to put the Chargers on the board.
Mike, back to that prior play. What an outstanding tackle by Dre Bly in the open field against LaDainian Tomlinson.
Kading from 40. No problem. Everything looked okay there. So the field goal, really helped by the 15-yard penalty on Lynch, put San Diego on the board.
Is this the year the Cup comes to Buffalo?
To Carolina? To Pittsburgh? Is this the year someone scores 50 and 38?
And 37?
And 36? Is this the year someone scores 200 points?
Is this the year kids start taping their sticks like Stahl?
Is this the year someone scores 93?
Is this the year a forward becomes unstoppable?
Is this the year a goalie stops everything? Is this the year we finally figure out who's dad's favorite?
Is this the year?
Is this the year?
Этот год?
Is this the year?
Is this the year?
In 85.
Chad Johnson's world is unique. In 2006, he became the first player to lead his conference in receiving yards for 4 straight seasons. His success leaves only one question.
How do you stop 85?
And throw to Chad. He's got it inside the 10. Makes a move. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Ocho Cinco. Auburn throws to Chad Johnson in the end zone. Touchdown. Chad Johnson has been Mr. World today inside the red zone.
ESPN family lost a brilliant colleague who was an industry innovator, mentor, and friend to many. Ron Scalise was killed in an auto accident in Connecticut this week. Our prayers go to all of his friends, his family, especially his children. For many years, Ron led the audio crew working our NFL broadcast, NASCAR, in addition to other sports. He's been a part of the ESPN family for a quarter century, winning 14 Emmys. In all sports across our network, the audio, the sound makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the action, and a lot of that is because that man, Ron's ability and passion for the job. He undoubtedly will be missed, and in his honor, as San Diego gets set to kick off, what Ron would love and what Ron has made so special about our ESPN broadcast, just enjoy the sounds as if you're here. Denver will take over at its own 33. Ronnie, we know you'll always be listening to what we do. Thank you.
Hey owners, you know you can get all your American sports fix daily right here on NASN, Europe's channel for North American sports. Join me and this merry band of journalists as we chew up,
David
spit out all the sports coming back today
Why do you stop
around
cricket
the
matches
world,
at noon?
exclusively on NASN. Hort!
Cheerio, no.
And 8 Denver Broncos trailing 3-0 against the San Diego Chargers. Chargers control their own fate for the 3 seed. Win tonight, win Sunday up in Oakland, and they will be the 3 seed no matter what. They host a playoff game on Wild Card Weekend in a couple of weeks. Play is not happening. Pre-snap flag for a false start on Denver.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 89, 5-yard penalty. First down.
SportsCenter 30-30, Kenny May.
Okay, Mike, the Bulls fired Scott Skiles after a 9-16 start. Obviously, the Bulls were hoping to be 10-15 at this point. Merry Christmas, Scott Skiles. Tom Coughlin dodging questions on whether he will rest players against the Patriots Saturday night. They're trying to be 16-0. Answer the question. I will defer to Jaws as to the appropriate thing to do. Do you rest him? Do you play him? What do you do, Jaws?
Stand by, Kenny. Selvin Young on the edge. Around Merriman, tackled by the Pro Bowler Antonio Cromartie. Can't get back to the original line. Jaws first back to the last series.
Yeah, nice design. You'll see Stephen Cooper here, the Charger. He fakes the blitz. That forces Chris Myers to stay inside. That gets the one-on-one matchup for Luis Castillo. He gets the hit on Jay Cutler. The fumble recovered by Stephen Cooper. You want to create one-on-one matchups for your pass rushers. That will keep Cutler inside the pocket, and he has turned the football over. Going into the game, 16 turnovers the last couple years. That's way too many fumbles.
Charger fans thrilled to hear the name Castillo back after missing 5 games, the right ankle injury in November. 2nd and 11, Young reversing with the marker down. He cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. Clinton Hart, Matt Wilhelm string it out.
Number 78 offense, spaceman, 15 yards, replay, 2nd down.
On Matt Lepsis, the 11th-year veteran, the one veteran on that front. Sean Merriman was chasing. Lepsis yanked on his face mask.
That was pretty obvious. Hey, Mike, can I answer Kenny's question?
Please do. Please do.
Rest them. Rest them. It's not about the Patriots if you're the Giants. It's about the Giants winning a playoff game. It's about your football team. If I was Tom Coughlin, I would rest my players. You want to give yourself the best chance for success in the playoffs. If you're a Giant, who cares about the Patriots?
Tony?
So you automatically sort of cede an unprecedented, historic 16-0 season to the Patriots. You basically roll over and you let the Patriots do something that has never been done in history.
Don't care. I worry about my football team. It's about me, the Giants, winning a playoff game, potentially winning a world championship. If I'm Tom Coughlin, I could care less about Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
That's why you're who you are, Ron Jaworski.
2nd and 26 after the major penalty on Lepsis. It is back to Young. Off the edge came Jammer. Couldn't make the first tackle, but Drayton Florence helps him along for the tackle of 3rd and long coming up.
Just to go back on that, if you're Mercury Morris, are you happy with Tom Coughlin if he rests everybody? Because now they're on your block. Hey. Now they're in your yard. They're in your yard now.
The playoffs are ahead. The Patriots will meet their challenge in the playoffs.
Okay.
Denver needs to get to the 44. Javon Walker in motion, 4 receivers to choose from. The screen to Young. Unable to outrace Sean Phillips, who gets lost in the Sean Merriman shadow, but this 4th-year man out of Purdue able to come up with the tackle, and the Broncos will punt it away.
Imagine being the 2nd Sean in the same position. It just doesn't work.
No, it does
not.
Got
to change your name, don't you?
Yeah, for the Chargers, it is about those 2 Seans. Phillips and Merriman's both outstanding pass rushers off the edge.
Todd Sauerbrunn was cut. Paul Ernster was signed this week. Sauerbrunn had a simple assault citation disturbing the peace, a $8.35 cab fare issue. Didn't treat the police well. Mike Shanahan was unhappy, so Ernster comes in as the punter, and he welcomes back Denver fans with an 18-yard punt.
$8.35 just cost them about
40 yards.
40 yards.
LT on the field after this.
Join us this Thursday for a special holiday edition of Hockey Night in Canada on NASN. First up, we head to Tampa Bay to catch the Canadiens face off against the Lightning. Then, live from General Motors Place, Luongo and the Canucks feel the heat against Calgary. A special holiday edition of Hockey Night in Canada this Thursday only on NASN.
XGames.com is the year-round online destination for action sports from around the world. We've got the latest vids, bios, photo galleries, and news 24/7, 365. Moto, BMX, skate, rally, surf, and the exclusive home of the X Games. If it happened in the world of action sports, it'll be on XGames.com. Bookmark it and log on early and often. Anytime, any place. XGames.com.
Spend your holidays with us right here on NASN. The NFL regular season comes to an end with the league's top teams vying for playoff berths.
Pass into the end zone and is caught for the touchdown.
We've got 15 bowl games leading to every BCS game live in January.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
And ring in the new year with a special live NHL doubleheader.
Scores!
The holidays have never looked brighter on NASN.
Tomlinson's 29 yards on the opening drive. He now is at 1,340, past Willie Parker, out for the year with his injury. Adrian Peterson of the Vikings stuffed the last 2 games. You see Bryant Westbrook and Willis McGahee, top 5 in the league in rushing, so an opportunity for Tomlinson to go back-to-back with the rushing title. After the poor punt, San Diego takes over in Denver territory. And Tomlinson gets about a yard. Here's Michelle Tafoya.
Well, I asked LaDainian Tomlinson if he does get close to that rushing record at the end of the season, meaning next week, would he ask Norv Turner if he could go for it? And he said, yeah, I will, because it's been an up-and-down season. The offensive line wants it as much as I do, and for us to be in this position, I think, says a lot, not only about the perseverance of the running game, but about the perseverance of the team. And so, yeah, if it's close, I'm definitely going to ask Norv, let's go get it.
He's getting 7 carries here, but he's also seeing a bunch of Broncos in the box. And DJ Williams brings him down with a gain of only 1.5 yards.
You know, I hear, and I want to emphasize that, I hear how great he is, because he's not on television all that much. And, I mean, what LaDainian Tomlinson is known for is wearing a visor and criticizing Bill Belichick last year. And but he's not appreciated. In the way of all the people whose records he's passing, he is an unknown person. Why is that?
Extraordinarily unappreciated, maybe no postseason success playing out here in San Diego, among the reasons. But certainly known by his peers as the best running back of his time. 3rd and 8, Rivers throwing, holding by Chris Chambers. First down for the Chargers at the 12-yard line.
Really nice job by Phillip Rivers, looking down the middle of the field, manipulating the safety, opening up the lane for Chris Chambers. There's the pump down the middle. He knows he's got Chambers streaking up the sideline, lays the ball in there beautifully behind Dre Bly. Outstanding throw, and it's made before. Dominique Foxworth could get over to knock it out.
A 30-yard grab. He didn't go to the ground with the ball coming out. That's why that